but he
and
makes
great
it
LG.
out. And it looks like Slipshot's going to be trying to pick him off
There it
and
is.
Blizzard craters. And there it is, the one cap difference, and Winter Shell is going to try his best to keep it from tying up, but it's doable. No, we're running out of time. Dratic, alright.
It's doable. For like 2 more seconds. Alright, now it's not. But wow, what a beautiful game it has been. 1 cap between these 2 teams. That makes the next round that much more interesting.
Red wins.
Absolutely. Because if it proves out tonight that Siberia is really Philp's star map, they can only lose by 1 cap before pushing it into a tie here.
Yeah. And Spectre's
So
saying,
pressure's
nice try
on.
at the end, that was surprising. And he means it genuinely.
I'm not surprised at how surprising that was.
Yeah. Because it did seem like Fleckett was going to take it by 3 or 4 caps, but great way to pull it together in the last minute or so.
And we're going to be going over to Ironworks, and Greased is ready to go. Shut you, cocksucker.
Vote now.
Wintershell was just kidding, Greased. You can keep your cocksucker open all you want.
I know, but I do love that saying, so I even don't mind whenever it's used against me. Because it just is great. Alright, so we have seen a bevy of Ironworks / Siberia all night, but given the very extreme differences between the maps, I really don't mind that we've seen that, because we've also seen different teams play it differently. So, you know, it's the same map, but it's very different strategies, very different styles. And honestly, I think on this one, like, I'm really interested to see what Soy does, because I think that for Fuck It Let's Play, some of their strengths are movement, which really helps on Siberia. On this one, it really helps too, but I think that in order to kind of get the movement, you're going to need distraction, which is something that I think Soy is pretty good at. So we'll see what happens after they press F3. Wait just a few more seconds. I mean, we might have a potential substitution here. Looks like Javier is joined.
So who's going to get put out here? Wintershell was definitely not the weak link in that. Actually, he was a top scorer.
I would say Slice. I mean, if I were the team captain of Fuck It Let's Play, I saw a couple of plays from Slice that were kind of questionable. Yeah.
Great. Now he's going to have to cry himself to sleep. You dick.
Spectre
It's going to be
hops up.
Spectre. I was going to say, you know, Spectre wasn't doing that great in the last round, but he was in the position of being the defensive player without a lot of resources available to him, so
yeah.
I can understand that being kind of a difficulty. But we shall see. And actually, you know, this is the kind of map where the defender can really get stacked up really easily without all that much work.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, exactly. You've got the shards, you've got the yellow armor, there's a mega nearby. You know, it doesn't really ever take you away from the flag, whereas we've seen a couple of times on, especially Siberia, where grabbing that mega pulls you away from the flag just long enough. Winter Sorrow wants 1 second.
Oh wow, cool. I love Google bombs. Why is my poop green? It's an age-old question.
3, 2.
Alright, but here we go live. Honestly.
There's an actual answer to it, just in case you're ever wondering. Okay, we're going to watch Javier out of the gate. Looks like he is setting up on D, which makes sense considering he's replacing Spectre. And he is ready for a water action. And that's a free railgun and lightning gun for him on D. So he is pretty much ready to go. Here comes rocket launcher, and now he's done. He's ready to face anything. Let's go take a look across the map. We got Otanis all set up and ready to go. No LG, no railgun, but does have rockets. Pointing at that. Winter on the way out, no armor. And will his movement pay off? He takes a little detour, and Dratic just destroys him with plasma. Gets the return.
Cool, I need to eat more iron now, apparently.
Oh, goodness. Stop
All
reading
right, there's a
Google
game
so
going
hard.
on. All right.
Okay.
Alright, so Winter Sorrow kind of flubs up getting out of the water. He hurts himself in the face. I remember doing that when I was trying to get out of the pool, but he does have some regen left, does have quite a bit of that red armor left. But there's going to be a fight against Split Shot, and Winter Sorrow is going to be knocked down to 100 health. Still has some regen, and actually, the fact that he went in mid and didn't get cut off by Slip Shot, that kind of bewilders me.
Yeah.
There we go.
Dradic will finally put him down. But, being said, you know, that's the... regen didn't really...
Vizard, why do you have rail out?
Because he can.
But he can't hit.
It's okay. Dradic center map looking for rails.
And actually,
Nice
Dradic's been
drive
surviving
by.
a lot. I mean, he was at 17 health just a couple seconds ago.
Great LG from
2 seconds.
Died on the pad.
Artanis. And he's honestly, you know, one of the things I'm loving about watching CTFers, you don't really see it as much in, say, Duel, or we haven't really covered any Team Deathmatch to really take a look at it, but the knockback in LG is such an asset, and you can see how players are starting to use it to their advantage. I love that. Gator's about to get cap number 1. There it is.
Are you only really starting just to see LG being used to push? I mean, I remember that being pretty popular in Quake 3.
Well, no, I mean as not like
Commonplace?
you know, a team helping each other. No, I mean players are factoring in the fact that their LG is going to knock their opponents back by a certain amount.
Yeah.
Like when they changed the LG damage so that it would taper, you saw less of it, and now it's now that it's back to 777. I can tell that players are getting used to it again, and they're like, okay, if I start LGing here, my opponent's going to go here, and what it amounts to is some great LG streams that are almost unbroken, and it's really fun to watch. Winter Sorrow, trying to make an exit, has a little bit of help, beats, I think, a rail of some kind. Let's go back over to him.
Yeah.
Gets across center, nope, cut down. Other carrier is going to be...
Gator's still alive, though. No,
wow,
no armor,
Javier
though,
has it.
and Jovire. Hovire?
Javier.
Javier. That's more sexy. He has 24 health right now. He's looking for anything to help him out. Winter Sorrow's going to be pulling down Cap Carrier, and that's going to tie it back up.
And, you know, I have
even
to
if
say,
it's tied, Philbin's going to take the win here.
yeah, and on top of that, I mean, Javier was, he got an assist from that, I think, or at least he should have. He might have held on to the flag too long for it to be a straight-up assist, but he definitely, you know, rescued that flag run from a quick and easy return in the center. So here's Winter Sorrow cutting through center, and Split Shot really making the rail shot happen exactly when it needs. I mean, that was just a few more milliseconds, and his target would have been out of range and out of sight.
Slice got saved by his own teammate there, just blocking his way so that that rail didn't connect. Now, defenders here, I'm looking at the way this is going to go. Artanis is rocking 8-3 right now. And Slice is rocking 11-6. It's actually Hobier who's been stepping in for
Spectre.
Oh geez. For Spectre, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's only rocking 5-4 right now, so I don't, is he playing defensively right now? He's been
Yeah.
actually been going out to mid a lot.
He'll go out to mid, but he's still playing the D. Artanis has regen, stacked up, full health, and Vizard on
Vizard's
the way.
pulling a gator.
Nice movement. Gets a little caught. Not too
Oh,
bad
but
though.
is this a good
nice
idea?
RJ.
Jeez. Oh, actually
at
that
that.
RJ needed
Oh,
to
cut
happen.
down!
my
Holy shit! And that's a returning
Oh.
grab. Oh man, that was
I was
beautiful.
gonna say, you know, he saw an opponent going up the pad in front of him, so the RJ was a nice way to kind of circumvent that, but it wasn't enough. But just by barely. Winter Sorrow now with blue flag.
Flag returned.
Flag is returned, but
And he
now he's
knows
just
base
looking for a
isn't
way
safe, so he's not rushing it.
out. Right. But does Dradek know that he's back there? I don't think so. He's gonna be taken